Yo, what's go, and welcome to the video. There's been some changes again to the SoD Phase 4 PTR, so let's take a look. The first change is to our Bracer rune, Alloon's Fires. Starfire still extends Moonfire by 6 seconds, Wrath still extends Sunfire by 3 seconds, but those used to be capped at being able to extend those dots 3 times each, so 18 total seconds for Moonfire and 9 extra seconds for Sunfire. There's no cap on how many Starfires and Wraths can extend those dots anymore, but we'll never be able to extend the dots past their base duration of 12 seconds. So if Sunfire, for example, gets down to its last couple seconds, if for some reason we were spamming Wrath, we could get that Sunfire all the way up to 12 seconds, but that's it. In order for these dots to infinitely be extended, a few things have to happen. We need to keep a strict rotation of Star Surge, Starfire, Wrath, and Wrath. Any deviation from that by using Insect Swarm, Starfall, Battle Res, Decursing will mean that at least one of the dots will start to lose some of its uptime. If you have a few Nature's Grace procs, reducing the cast time of Starfire or Wrath to where casting that Starfire double Wrath will be shorter than the 6-second cooldown of Star Surge. We would have to just wait the half a second to a full second for Star Surge to come off of cooldown instead of casting another spell. Because casting another spell means we're delaying the Star Surge rotation and again slowly letting the dot's duration fall off. If any of the spells happen to miss because we can never get hit capped, that will also mean the dots won't get extended from that missed spell. So although the dots can be snapshotted with spell power procs or on-use trinkets, eventually during a boss fight we will have to reapply them. The next change is to Boomkin form itself. We now get 2 spell power per level, so at level 60 we'll have 120 extra spell power, and Boomkin form now also allows our dots to crit. So Moonfire and Sunfire will have a 200% crit damage, whereas Insect Swarm will only crit for 150% of its damage. Vengeance only applies to Starfire, Moonfire, and Wrath, so Insect Swarm is not included in that. Dot crits do not apply Nature's Grace or Clear Casting from Omen of Clarity, because that only procs off of melee or non-instant spellcast. Dream State has also changed to reflect that it will not proc off of dot crits either. Starfall, on the other hand, can proc both Dream State and Nature's Grace. Another great thing about Starfall is it is not a magic buff, so it cannot get dispelled in PvP. So far on the PTR, I've run Strathholm, dueled outside of Orgrimmar a ton, and done a few fights on the testable raid boss. Mana was a bit of an issue in both the dungeon, even though we had 3 shaman, and for some PvP battles. But as long as I have Frenzied Regen, Survival Instincts, and Starfall off cooldown, duels can be over pretty quick. With the limited testing on the raid boss, Shadow Priests seem to be doing really well. The fight lasted about a minute and a half. They only got 1 Starfall off, but on this pull, I ended the fight with about 2.2k DPS. There's also a mage just absolutely pumping as well, but I feel like I was in a pretty comfortable spot on the damage meter. I know the stats are likely to change, but I'm already thinking about Molten Core loot and the Talisman of Ephemeral Power in particular. To be able to pop this on-use trinket, snapshot both dots, and try to keep them up on the boss as long as possible. Overall, I'm feeling like Balanced Druid in Phase 4 is in a pretty solid spot. It does still feel like there's something missing, I just can't quite put my finger on it. If there's any other changes you would like to see, let me know what those are. And there's still plenty of time until Phase 4 actually goes live, so additional changes could be coming soon.